Makes me so mad! Stupid Miss Ochimizu.
Rise-san, please calm down. If a leader loses control in front of their team, it could lower everyone's morale.
Uh-huh, that's right. And don't forget, I'm always on your side. Whenever it gets tough, you can jump into my arms and cry as much as you need to. My fur is yours.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, guys. I'll get back on track. Well, now that we saved Sumomo and Nozomi, let's go and meet up with Senpai and the others. They said they didn't encounter any major problems either.
That's very good news. Shall we head for the rendezvous point then? Kanji-kun, what's wrong? Is there a problem?
Nah, just thinking about something. You know how that rumor talks about the other side? That's here, yeah?
Do you mean the Love Meets Bonds festival rumor? Let me see. When you look at the website at midnight, an unfamiliar video plays. And in that video, you can see a dead idol dancing. And anyone who watches that video is taken to the other side, never to awaken again. I believe that about sums it up. Now, back to your question. From what we've experienced, yes, we believe that we're on the other side. Why?
Well, we haven't run into much here. Just the idols we saved, that damn voice, and those weird-ass ribbon shadows. But the chumps who watched the video are taken here, right? Then, where the hell are they? Shouldn't we be saving them too?
You've got it wrong, Kanji. Those people are still in our world, never to awaken again.
From what I've gathered, the victims are left in a comatose state. I came across no reports of missing persons. There was an eyewitness account of a victim being pulled by something, but he was in a coma. Just like... No, wait. You're right. It is strange.
Now-chan? What's wrong?
Rise-san, do you remember the first time we came here?
Huh? Yeah. That video and the rumor actually popped up.
Then those ribbons ensnared us, pulling us into this world. Unlike the other victims, we didn't fall into a coma.
Yeah, that's true.
The next victims were the idols of Kanamine Kitchen. They apparently went missing, and we eventually found them all here. None of them fell into a coma, and neither did we. Just like our first time. That's why I missed it.
Missed what?
Are any of you familiar with the condition known as apathy syndrome? It appeared a few years ago around Tatsumi Port Island. Victims lost their sense of self, unable to even speak. I was researching it recently for the sake of another case. It seems the symptoms of apathy syndrome were, in actuality, the side effects of shadows leaving the human body.
Shadows leaving?
Yes, as we're all aware from personal experience, shadows and our hearts are closely linked. We came to face and accept our shadows, thus attaining the power of persona. But what about an average person? What would happen if their shadow was forcibly removed from them?
Wouldn't they get that apathy syndrome?
There seem to be some differences between the Tatsumi Port Island incident and this one. Now, this is merely a theory, but regarding the victims of this case, I believe their comas were induced by someone removing their shadows by force. Hence the more acute symptom. I was mistaken. I assumed there would be some degree of discrepancy between the rumor and the facts, but in truth, the rumor was accurate. We were the outliers, the special cases. Most likely, our control over our shadows was what kept us from falling victim.
Wait, then what about those kitchen girls? They were acting normal in here like us. Are you saying they use personas?
They would also be considered special cases. Recall what that voice said. Both Sumomo-san and Nozomi-san were shocked when that voice brought up their most private information. It would be natural to think that the voice knew them from the start and pulled them in here deliberately. In addition, when Rise-san, Senpai, and I were pulled in here, it was around midnight. But for them, it must have happened earlier, between our initial meeting and the time they were reported missing, meaning their case does not meet the rumor's condition of being pulled in at midnight.
But how come they're so special?
That would be because they are the main guests of this midnight stage.
Main guests?
That voice called this place the midnight stage, did it not? Naturally. A stage exists for the sake of the performer using it. and the audience watching it. The 4 members of Kanamine Kitchen were summoned here for a purpose: to fill the role of performers for these stages. Rise-san, I suspect the same was true for you.
What? Me?
I said we were pulled in around midnight, but that and watching the video at that time were merely coincidence. The fact that stages were readied for both you and the idols of Kanamine Kitchen is proof itself.
Hold on a sec! So does that mean this world was made just for Rise-chan and Kanamine Kitchen? And if they're the performers, are the shadows the audience? Where did those guys come from, though?
Exactly. Do you recall how that voice talked about shadows coming to this world looking for bonds? And I'm sure we all wondered why we seemed to be able to communicate our feelings to these shadows. There is but one explanation to it all. Suppose that, like the times we each faced our own shadows, these shadows too are entities which share a close connection with the human heart.
Hey, you trying to say that they're...
They're the shadows of people who saw the video on the LMB site and fell into a coma?
So that's what it means to get taken?
Yes. However, judging from the fact that some saw the video yet remained conscious, we can conclude there is some method to the selection of those that were taken here.
Now I see why those shadows felt different from the ones I know.
Guys, this is not good. As long as there are people who try that rumor out, this world will keep being flooded with their shadows. That means... Ah! What is this? An earthquake?
What's going on? Whoa! Everything's all shaky!
Let's hurry. Something might have happened. We need to join Senpai and the others, fast.